Hi, we're back again. We bought the IP map because we're children, and yeah, funny things. Spirit Message L is back, and
heavy breathing.
Anyway, yeah, we have birds here because they're funny.
Okay, I went undefeated with this deck when I played it because I'm insane. Shout out to Sun Tzu and the Art of War for teaching me how to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, but for real though, I feel like this is the best deck of the format. Like, it just has so much more gas than Sword Soul does. I don't fear the Sword Soul matchup, unless it's Jay. Then I fear it a lot. Alright, let's get into it.
Go for it.
Mass Utility card.
We love this card.
So, this card can send any Tri-Beast from your deck to the graveyard. So just for like disambiguation reasons, Tri-Beast is defined as Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, and Beast, not Tri-Brigade.
Oh, speaking of IP mats.
So this card is just Armageddonite for like your entire deck. I can't imagine why that would be good. Also, by the way, this can send itself from the field. So like, you know, the other day I was playing against one of my rounds was Eldritch, Trap Eldritch, and he flips up Gozen match on me when I had Justice on the field.
Oh, but he can send himself? Oh, that's...
But he sends himself from the field too. So then I just sent a bird card, and then I just played with birds and killed him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Kamikaze into his Golden Lord, you know? So yeah, mandatory 3 of. I don't know how I'm explaining to you. This deck is like a year old. This is like also the best card in the deck because it is searchable by all your bird cards. It's special, you know, you can special it from your bird cards because all the bird cards only specify level 1, you know, winged beasts.
Oh, would you look at that, level 1 winged beast?
Yeah, crazy. So
also, playing 3 instead of 2, interesting.
Because I want to see it. Like, you can play 2, but I feel like if you're just playing, we all know how I feel about playing 2 of cards, right? Like, come on, LOL.
Unless the card just so happens to be Floowandereeze and Pen.
Yeah, there is a card that I do actually play 2 of in this deck. Fun fact. So
this is not one of them.
Kit.
For some reason.
Usually this is meant to send like Oath and like the other combos, but I don't play Oath because Oath is a brick. So it's like this just like gives you more gas. So if all you have is this, you can like send this to send this, which searches another one of these or something, or it can like search this, and then you can like you have gas to play with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's pretty good.
So if you draw this, you just cry.
No, not really. It's not a brick. Because you can send it off of this. It's also just a normal summon that is basically in effect the same as normal summoning this. But it's a little bit worse because when you normal summon this, you can still activate Sapphire Swallow to like special summon other shit from your hand. So
That's true.
It's like not as good, but this is necessary. Like, it is cuttable in theory, but I wouldn't. One Keras because I also don't really like want to draw this too much, but this is really good when you open it with either this or this, because like going second it can like apply pressure into a board if you discard one of these guys, and then you get a search and like a send, and then you have a body on the board without normal summoning, so you can like bait out an imperm by like banishing for 2. You know what I'm saying? It also just like lets you proc this like really early. It's necessary because both of your engines need to be able to function simultaneously and without the other engine, because that's the whole purpose of this deck is that, you know, they stop your birds, you still have Tri-Brigade. To stop your Tri-Brigade, you still have birds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you do have to play them, and you know they are good. You usually search this anyways in the regular combo, even though you're probably just normal summoning it, but like just in case something happens. So that's all the Tri-Brigade, guys. 3 of this one.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah, this one is like insane. You're gonna like trigger this every game. Oh my god, chill out. You're gonna trigger this every game. So basically, as long as it's special summon from the hand, you know, it doesn't matter like how it is, just as long as it's special summon from the hand. I swear to God.
I'm pretty sure there's a back row matchup going on over there, so funny things are happening.
So, as long as it's special from the hand, so like by Fairship, Bird Call, anything like that, it does trigger. It also doesn't target.
You have like 5 ways to summon that from hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love like searching this like early on, like off of like a recital starling, and then like bird calling, searching like Cobalt Sparrow,
and then summoning that.
and then summoning this off resolution, and then
that's
then you
hilarious.
summon this, and then you get to like search another thing. It's really good. It's really good to summon off of Farishit, because then it gives you another body like immediately. And then 3 of this because you want to open this. In effect, you want to open these 2. Like this is like the best 2 cards in your entire deck that you want to open. But Fractal is essentially the same thing as this, because this can bin this, and this can special summon from the graveyard whenever it's special summoned from the hand. So it's just like free real estate.
Yeah.
I don't like the way its head looks, though. That it's really off-putting.
Yes, that's the problem.
But I think 3 of this is mandatory, because you can like normal summon this, and then like link it off for Almirage, and then you can like Barrel Canary bring it back, which is like a combo, I guess. Like it's not optimal.
It's not what you want to do, but
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You want to see these 2 together. You just want ways to this. You can also summon it off this. Like, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I guess you can like classify the birds in like 2 different like groups. So like the birds that special summon themselves, and then the birds that do something when they're special summoned, right?
Yeah.
So as for the next these 3 of this, some people only play 2 of this because you search it, but this is like really good when you get stopped and you can just keep playing. Like yeah, it locks you into Xyz monsters. But like with this, you can still end on like Draco Future Ensemble Robin with like 5 bounces, which is still really strong.
That's like better have it or have fun.
Also, this helps you go for game, because you can like special summon like a bunch of guys, like normal summon a Nerval, use this, bring back this one, and then you can overlay all of them into like one big assembled Nightingale, and then attach one from
just
grave.
attack directly for a bunch.
And then you just
that's
attack
funny.
directly like 6 times, and then yeah, it's like for like over 1,000.
And Starling crash into their big guys and then just kill them anyway.
Yeah, and then I play 2 of this one. I usually side the other one out whenever I'm siding in cards, but I play 2 because I do play Desires, and I don't want to banish both. And it's just a really good card. Like opening this isn't the worst either. This just gives you more gas, like going into a board.
What do you say about playing 1? Because a lot of builds are on 1.
A lot of builds aren't playing Desires, but I think Desires is like the best. Like you could play Small World in this deck theoretically, but that requires you to play another brick, and also you only get like 1 good use out of it. Desires is just at any time draw 2 cards, and it has no engine requirements. You don't need to like play a brick for it.
Activate.
It's just like it's so good. Desires digs for gas, it digs for starters, it digs for side cards. Card is crazy. One of this. I'm fine with banishing this because it's like the worst one. But it does search Bird Call, and then this plus this is combo because this special summons this. You search Bird Call, right? And then you overlay them into Recital Starling, and then Recital Starling can search something else like this, and then Bird Call can search another. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, you just pop off.
You can summon this, and then like, and then the 1 brick.
Yes, mandatory.
You have to play this.
No
It's
statue in here.
No,
Not in this dojo.
Statue makes no sense in this deck because you're making Ensemble Robin, and Ensemble Robin bounces back special summon monsters. So having a thing that says your opponent can't special summon except for wins, and then also bouncing, like that's like so antithetical. Like you'd rather just have an Omni negate. But just like a quick rundown, some of these guys give effects to the Xyz monster that they're used for, but they do have to be used as material on the field. So like people will like try to cheat with that because they can't read apparently. So this doesn't give any effect to them.
What? Yu-Gi-Oh players not reading? Whoever would have guessed.
If this is used as Xyz material while on the field, it gives your guy an additional 200, and then also it can't switch control, so they can't tactics steal. This has come up like more than once, unironically. This one makes them untargetable, so it's crazy when you make it with this. So if you summon this, effects, search and revolve, overlay to this can't be targeted because it's made with this, so they can't imperm, and that's big. When you make it with this, you can when that monster's Xyz summoned, you can attach another Lyrilusc from the grave. That's why it's relevant that they have to be made on the field, because if you make it like with these 2, for instance, like make this and then use its effect to attach this, it won't be untargetable because it has to be used as material on the field. But this helps you like go for game or put materials under Ensemble Robin because it just lets you put another body under it. And then this one in the graveyard can just equip itself. Like, it has a material. Like it doesn't actually do anything, but it just is like another material, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's it for like the birds, I guess. And then, like I said, the one brick, Omni Negate, LOL. Funny thing with Oath, though, if you do play Oath and you, like, hard draw it, you can set it, and then Oath can special summon this from your hand. So after you use the Negate, bounce it back to your hand, you can activate Oath, summon it again, and then you get another Negate. But, like, that's bad.
Not as bad as the Thunder Mist Valley thing for infinite negates we tried to come up with.
Triple Ash.
Yeah.
This negates Fusion Destiny. This card reads negate Fusion Destiny.
So I've heard.
Effect Veiler.
This man playing in the talents real hard.
So like, it negates Sword Soul monsters. It's just really good. One DD Crow.
Searchable.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So, what's funny? So I drew this against the other Alex, like every game. So when I was playing against Eldritch, I was like hard drawing this and like sniping Eldritches out of the graveyard. I also like searched it and it was crazy. This can hit Scythe out of the grave when they pop it with DPE. This can also hit Celestials and DPEs out of the graveyard. It's just really good as a one-of. Also, it can be an extender with Sapphire Swallow, I guess. And it is just more gas to banish from the graveyard on follow-up, so like, why not?
It is in fact a level 1 winged beast.
Basically, just like this card's crazy. Searches any Lyrilusc monster, and then if you can special summon a Lyrilusc from your hand with a different name than the one you search. This is crazy. This summons out Turquoise Warblers. It searches for pieces that you need. You search this off of Celestine Wagtail. Like, come on, it's Rhoda with an added effect. Desires. Insane.
Free real estate.
Play 3. One Tenki, obviously. 1-for-1. Thought about cutting this. It doesn't come up that often, but it does summon Cobalt Sparrow from the deck. So that is a plus. You can 1-for-1 pitch Nerval summon Cobalt. Like, that's pretty good. One Call by the Grave, because when you see it, it's crazy. And then 3 Imperm.
Never would have guessed for this format.
Like, Imperm is also just, like, really good. On to the extra deck. I played 2 of this one. So this card,
Pretty safe.
any 2 level 1 monsters, 2 or more, by the way. So when this is XC summoned, you can target any face-up monster on the field and then buff it by 300 times the amount of materials this had when it was summoned, right? So the crazy funny is that you can like make your guys really big, or you can make your opponent's monsters really big.
Bigger.
And I'll explain that in a minute. So also this has the effects to detach material, search a level 1 winged beast is not a hard once per turn, by the way. So you summon multiple copies of this guy. You can just search more. I don't play 3 because the birds pretty much get kind of like useless after a while, and then you're just like searching them by other ways. Like pretty much Barrel Canary is the only one that matters by like turn 3 really. Because it gives you like gas for an OTK. So this also reads that any battle damage you would take involving this card, this Xyz summon card, by the way, that is important, is also inflicted to your opponent. So what you can do is you can just buff up your monsters really big, summon these, and like attack into them, and they'll take the damage as well. But if you summon this one, assembled, this has the effect you can detach material, and then you don't take damage involving battles of Lyriluscs this turn, right?
So only your opponent takes it.
So yeah, your opponent takes the damage and not you. So they just like have a really big monster, and you just buff it up even bigger with these guys, and then you just kamikaze into them. So you attack with this guy like directly like a few times, and then you detach a material from it afterwards, so that you don't lose value, and then you just go bonk bonk.
Fun fact, this happened to me in testing today. I summoned our favorite new Cyberdark boss monster, which just so happens to be 5k attack and unaffected, and when these crash into it, you tend to take 10,000 points of damage.
You know, people are always like, you know, how does your deck out the arrival? How does your deck out the insert boss monster here? Easy. I don't have to. I just kill you. Right? Like, also, this card is like how you're killing your opponent like 9 out of 10 times, because you can make it really big, because it gains 200 per material. It can attack directly, and also it can attack like once per material it has. So you just like get it with like 6 materials, and then it's buffed up to over 1,000, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
That sounds like a lot of attacks.
This is the funny bounce card. Like, you know what this card does. Right?
Compulse 4 times.
This card is really good, but you don't always end on it. Like, you want to end on this, but if you... So you're like going to usually end on this, but if you know you're playing against like a back row deck, like there's no point, like usually.
Yeah.
F-Zero, obviously.
Future.
Nibiru Insurance. Also, this is like really, really strong because it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. And it steals stuff. And that's really good because sometimes you just don't want your opponent to have their cards. Downward Zeus. I play Downward instead of Access Code because the extra Zeus send matters. I don't think Access Code is mandatory in this deck because you don't need to clear their board, you just attack them through it. It's not like that big. Like, they shouldn't be able to establish a board anyways, so it doesn't make any sense really to play Access Code, but you can. I just don't recommend it. One of this card is really good, but you usually don't need to make a second one. It's part of your first combo, like literally no matter what you do, pretty much. 2 Omens. So I play 2 because sometimes what you want to do is you want to banish 4 for this going first. So you have the Tri-Brigade. Let's just say this is the Tri-Brigade. You banish 4, summon this, don't use the effect, and then you link them off for this, and then this gets to search. So then you can search for whatever card you need, and then you can special it off of this, and you can get whatever value that card that you search gives you, and then you can link that and that off into like some org link or whatever, and then you get to draw a card, put a card back. It's really good.
Somebody wants your autograph, apparently.
LOL. But yeah, this card is really good. But it's not like the best card in this deck.
So I see, only on the one.
Yeah, you want 2 copies of this because you want it going second too. Also, just like an insane card. It's like
On-target banish is pretty good up here.
Yeah. Like, come on, this deals with everything. This card, because you can link off your small birds to bring them back with barrel. You can link off Nervals and kits and stuff like that for their effects. But also, this is really good going second against Sword Soul. So you like normal summon a Nerval and like just like link into this. And then when they try to blackout you, you can like protect your guys with it. Like,
I see.
Yeah, this is really good. It helps you, like, it's insurance, I guess, in a way. But it's also just like really good because it can link off kits. If you just played Linkaribo, it wouldn't be able to link off kit, and sometimes you just need to do that. This card is really good because it just removes stuff out of the graveyard.
Nice DPE. You'd be ashamed if it weren't there.
Yeah, that's what this basically does. It just says get rid of DPE. But also, like, a lot of people play this for going up into Access Code. But like I said, I don't play it. So, you know, just snipe stuff out of the grave, Golden Lords, DPEs. And also it can get really, really big in like certain matchups, and you can just use it to kill your opponent, which is pretty nice. 1 double Dragon Lords. Want to end on this usually. It bounces things. It's just really good.
Bouncing cards is pretty good, I hear.
Yeah. And then 1 Samord. This is like probably the best card in the entire deck. Like the reason why this deck is good, because it just summons.
Probably taking the hit this ban list.
Yeah, it just summons something from your deck. Like it summons Apex Avion, and then also it can summon every end phase. So then if your opponent doesn't out with this, then you just summon like a bird and get like a search, or you summon a Nerval, and then you like this card is nuts.
Real estate.
Okay, cool. So that's the extra deck. I suppose we're going to the side deck now.
Sure, yeah.
My side deck is actually like thought out.
Oh, famous last words.
For real. So triple nib.
Understandable.
Because nib is good. Tactics.
Did you ever think about maining
Manning Tactics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I just don't think it's that good pre-sideboard. You know what I mean? So it's like your opponent is going to put in hand traps for you when they're going second. This is really good for that.
I see.
It's also good going second because your opponent sets up negates and stuff, and then this one for one's with a negate by trying to steal or draw cards, right? It just gives you more gas. So this is always going in, pretty much going first or going second post sideboard. Gamma is really good going second. So if I don't have to go second, I side in these two. Well, I'll side in all of these. And then Gamma plus Nib just like ends every deck. So like, why wouldn't you?
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Also, this like protects your Barrel Canary and your Turquoise Warbler.
It's just too good not to.
Like you might as well. And then I play back row hate, so I play Triple Cosmic, Harpies, IO. So there's no reason not to play this card. This card's insane. It probably should be banned. But like,
Cough, cough, wink, wink.
you can just side this in going first, and then you make your board, and if you draw it, I mean, like, they go droplet, like, better send a trap, activate IO, LOL, good luck. Like, sometimes this card just wins games all by itself for no reason. So, like, why wouldn't you play it? It deals with Mystic Mine. It's good. Sometimes I'll even side this in going second. That's how good this is.
So I'll let you go on your little spiel about why you're not playing Featherstorm or whatever, the negate and you don't get a turn card.
So Featherstorm's really good because it's just VFD, but also, like, why would I want to put that in going first, right? When I'm trying to resolve my combo. So like your end goal is to make your combo, right?
Yeah.
So why would I play cards that don't do that in my deck just in case I get stopped? Like that's just such a bad mentality. Like you want to play cards that help you make your board, not cards that are like, oh, in case I don't, because then those cards are just going to clog up your hand. And then additionally, it's just like, it's super like win more, I guess. Like, sure, you can set it on the back end of your board, but like, why? That could be anything else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make bad hands good because it doesn't fix your hand. It just like stops your opponent for a turn. Maybe your hand is still bad. You're gonna have to get a good draw off the top, like that kind of stuff. I don't get it. That's why people are cutting it. I'm just gonna show like a combo real quick. So for this combo, this is like the bread and butter one. Just gonna like show it. So you control no monsters. You special summons from your hand for free. Then this gets special one from your hand or grave. So special this that you drew because you're good at the game. This will search. So you'll just go ahead and just gonna grab a Nerval. So you want to grab Nerval first because it plays around Droll, right? If you get Sapphire Swallow, like I guess you can still make some more, but like this is good follow up, I guess. So you can get this in your hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna overlay these two big boys straight into this. This cannot be targeted because it was made. So you'll detach. That effect does linger, by the way. So even if you detach this as a material, it's still untargetable. So you'll detach one. You'll search the other piece that you don't have. That is the Sapphire Swallow. Sapphire Swallow gives you extra gas. So this will summon itself from your hands. As you control Winged Beast, it will summon another one. You'll overlay both of these guys.
Do it again.
Do it again. You have a few options here, so you're going to detach Nerval, obviously, to get your search. Usually I search Barrel Canary, because if I don't already have it. You can also search another Nerval, but there you go. Barrel Canary, Nerval triggers. I like to search this. because just in case, this is the part where you detach these guys.
F-Zero Gober.
You make F-Zero.
And by main.
So there you go. Always summon this in defense. Lightning Storm is a card. I know
Thought it couldn't be destroyed by
it can't be, but Lightning Storm is still a card. I don't know. I just like summoning this in defense. But you can summon an attack, but like summon it in defense.
Oh yeah, because Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
And drop us a card.
So here you go. This is where you normal summon your guy.
Galaxy to add a
Normal summon right
galaxy
here.
deck.
All right. So you have a few options. So first off, what you can do is you can this is just like my favorite. So I like to banish for 4. This is really risky. Probably shouldn't do it this way, but this is just because you can. The other option is you banish for 2, and you just summon this straight up. But that requires you to like have another guy, which you don't have. So you're gonna do this, link this off. Like we're just going off the assumption you only have this and this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna link those off.
Yep.
Into this one. Then Shreg will let you search. Right? So this is your other option. So you can either search Nerval, and Nerval will, when you special summon it off of this, will banish these two, to summon DDL, or you can search Wagtail, and Wagtail will put another bird in the graveyard that you can summon back with Barrel Canary to make Ensemble Robin. So it's really your call. It depends what you're playing against. So you'll add this effect, special this, and that searches a bird call. So this is in your hand, and then you'll link these away. Some more, and then you get to draw a card, discard a card, doesn't matter. Or not discard, put it on the bottom. And then, so you're obviously not using this turn, this is follow-up. This brings back this. You overlay these. You want to do it under some more Xero so it's not targetable. Into this. And then during the end phase, some more. We'll get to summon from your deck this. This does matter that it's in defense, just because Lightning Storm. This doesn't. I just like doing it like this because I'm scared. Actually, no. The reason is M-Pen.
Ah, yes.
So
You should play at 1, apparently.
yes, exactly. The variation on this combo, if you draw an extra Tri-Brigade, is basically just that you don't summon the charade going first. You summon this, so you summon this instead. You banish 2 for it, and then you summon the extra Tri-Brigade off of it, and then the Tri-Brigade banishes for 2 for DDL. So the Tri-Brigade that you here, I'll just show you like where that would be real quick. So this is in the deck. This is in here. This is here. This is here. Apologies, duelists. So we've just searched off of. So after we've searched off of these guys, so just pretend that they have the materials under them instead of searching for Karass when you discard the Nerval. Well, instead of searching for this, anyways.
Normal summon Noxter.
You search for an additional. You search for Nerval. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you just do the regular combo, and then you special the Nerval, and then you do the DDL, and then you can special.
Yeah.
Just like if you open an additional Tri-Brigade, you have the special summon off of
Very good.
Fairjit that lets you do the thing. You need the Nerval so that you can link off into a Samord, because you do need a Winged Beast.
Don't know if that was actually the right thing.
Yeah, his deck's insane. There's like a whole bunch of different ways you can combo. If you open up just barrel and a bird, you can still combo.
Yeah, that's probably not the right route. But
Just don't be
go
bad,
to battle.
I guess.
Of course, yeah.
Wow,
Activated.
those
Yeah.
gripped. That didn't work at all.
That's it.
LOL.
Got any other final funny things you want to say?
Yeah. I'll be back with more Flunderies content soon.
For 200.
Whenever we get that quick play spell. I'm tired of my Eaglin getting ashed.
Of course.
Yeah, they're starting to learn.
Yeah. Funny bird things. That's about all we got. Have fun.
5-0, undefeated.
And have a good rest of the day.